Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet. Today we're doing a venison and wild hog dish from the 1700s, so y'all stay tuned. So I learned about this dish from our German family members that came and visited us here a while back, and they really love this dish. And what it is German meatballs in a caper sauce. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this dish in German, but I'll leave it in the description box for you if you want to attempt it. And I'm also going to leave you a link to the recipe so that you can try this yourself. So anyway, the modern day recipe, you know, it tells you how to do this all on the stove. So I got to think about, well, how are we going to do it outside? And then I just walked out here to my wall of pans and looked, hey, there's the old spider skillet from the same era, right? 18th century, gate marked old pan. This is going to work perfect for at least one step of our process. And then we're going to use the good old 10-inch Lodge Dutch oven to finish it up. So here are the items we're going to use to make our dish. That's some chopped parsley. That's 2 tablespoons chopped capers. This is 1/2 wild pork and 1/2 a pound of ground venison with a little bacon ground in it. And I'll show you a clip here in a second of us doing that. We need 1 beaten egg, about 1/2 cup or a little more onions finely chopped, some butter, some Seminole Swamp seasoning, or if you don't have that, salt and pepper, and anchovy paste. Alright, I know guys, don't turn it off yet. Don't turn it off yet. There's 3 slices of, we use a sourdough bread with the crust off, a little bowl of water. Alright, so our charcoal's already there. We'll go ahead and force out a good little bed of those very carefully. Get our old spider skillet going. Or nestle them right on there. That's the way they would have done it in the old days, you know. And then you can either bring coals to it to get it hotter, or pull them away from it to cool it off a little bit. We got a little ash in there. Let's blow that out real quick. Alright, good to go. Now, I'm going to pour out there another pretty good bed of these here for the Dutch oven. And we want to get it to a simmer. Ooh, there goes my charcoal bag. So rinse that out a little bit. Got some ashes in it. We're going to do about 3 pats of butter in there. Just let that start melting. Yep, melting all over the table. It's alright, this is outdoor cooking. Got a little angle to our table here today too. We're going to just deal with. I'm just going to go in with all of our onions. We just want to soften these and kind of clarify them. That's it. You don't want to really brown them. We might have to adjust some of that heat off of there. Just slide the charcoals out, in and out as needed. those onions are done. I'm going to go ahead and get them off of there. Alright, so we got our onions done. Next step, we say just put this bread in water, get it wet, and then squeeze it out. Squeeze most of the water out. And go right into meat mixture with it. I've never quite done it this way before, but we want to keep this is a historic dish. We want to keep to the way it's supposed to be done. Alright, now this was 2 tablespoons of capers. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of them there. I'm going to use almost all of this parsley, quite a bit of that. 1 egg, a teaspoon of this anchovy paste, y'all stay with me on that one. And that stuff's pretty salty. I think I'm going to wait on any more salt. Got some white pepper. So I guess the process, well, here's the process. Get in there and mix it all up by hand until it's smooth, very smooth and well incorporated. So what we're going to do now is going to make us a little bitty one with a spoon. Just roll it up on a tablespoon there, and we'll drop it over there in a broth and cook it. And it says to test it for the seasoning. We'll check to see how salty they are. So I just did that test, and they're pretty good. Tell you that. I'm just going to put a little Seminole Swamp seasoning over top, maybe a teaspoon. Bring some flavor and some salt to it. Just kind of turn that into there. Then we'll get ready to make these into meatballs. Water to keep my hands wet. Now we got our broth. We might have to put a little bit more water in there. That's reduced a little. So I'm just going to start gently dropping those in there. Yeah, our water level's gone down, so we're going to get a little more hot water. We'll put a little more water on these just to cover them. We'll get them all in there first. Okay, so Dutch oven's back on the fire. Go into those 2 tablespoons of butter first. We just got bottom heat here. And what we're making here is classic roux. Let all that butter melt. Alright, and then into that, same amount of flour. 2 tablespoons of flour. And we're just going to keep mixing on that. If you guys watched our channel, you've seen us do this a lot. Alright. Give that about 4 or 5 minutes and then we'll start adding some liquid to it. Now we're coming in with capers, tablespoon of lemon juice. So squeeze that through my hand so I can catch some seeds right there. 4 ounces of sour cream. That was about half of a 8-ounce cup I had left there. And I'll whisk that in real well. So we had to clean up our fire a little bit up under there, get some of the ash out of it and reset the coals. Here we're going to go ahead, that's a teaspoon of sugar and a cup of that San Sebastian white wine. Go ahead and whisk that all together. Yeah, just tasted that. Needs a little bit of seasoning. Go in with our friend Seminole Swamp seasoning. Good on everything that flies, walks, swims, crawls, or grows on the ground. Alright, been about 10 minutes. And keep this stirred so it keeps it from forming out film on the top. Right here I have my 2 egg yolks, our last ingredient, and I put 1 tablespoon of water in them, stirred that up. Now I'm going to take 2 good tablespoons of the sauce and I'm going to temper those egg yolks. So we're going to gently warming them up, and we're going to stir them constantly with that 2 tablespoons of the hot liquid in there. Stirring them constant. And then we can go ahead, pour them into the mix, give that a swirl. Now let me grab my whisk. And we're going to keep that moving constantly, and that's going to thicken up the sauce. You can see it thickening up already. Definitely got to keep them moving though, or you'll get scrambled eggs in your sauce. Alright, there's our meatballs. Going right back in the sauce. Alright, we're going to marry them all together. Now it's starting to look like some German meatballs with caper sauce there now. Yeah, buddy. Put the lid back on. We'll let that go about 10 minutes and be ready to serve. Alright folks, time for the plate. Backwoods Gourmet style. I'll tell you what, I wish we really did have smell-o-vision here. I'm going to it's just a regular boiled new potato, red skin potato. Kind of got a bowl there so we can get meatballs and sauce in there. Here, these are venison and wild pig. Go ahead with another potato right there on top. Traditionally served with this. Sure you get plenty of gravy. Everybody needs a gravy. Alright, let's clean that up and we'll give it a little garnish. Okay, the only thing that really needs right now, just a little sprinkle of freshly chopped parsley right over the top. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be an awesome use of your wild harvest this year. Last but not least, come over here and pour us a little glass of that San Sebastian white wine. Pretty awesome stuff. Alright, so as usual, I know you can't trust the chefs that taste their own food. What are they going to do? Put all this time into it and then tell you at the end that it really sucked? Let's take it let's give it a try. Wow, guys. It's different. It's different than anything I've ever made before, for sure. That sauce is wow. Now I know why my family members in Germany really love this dish. So I hope you guys take your deer and your wild hog this year. Try to make this dish. I know it's a little complicated, got a lot of steps involved, but I'll tell you what, the payoff is there with this one. That's good wine. Hey, thanks for watching the Backwoods Gourmet. If you like what we're doing, please hit that like button right down there. You can subscribe to our channel by clicking the button right here. To see another great Backwoods Gourmet video, it's right up there. And for a whole playlist of cooking wild game outdoors, it's going to be right up there. We'll see you next time.